What's up everyone, this is Kenny here from Property Stories. So today's video, I make specifically to renters, those who wants to rent, especially if you are in these two groups. Number one, you are a foreigner. Number two, you are a student. Okay? Because this is an article I found on the Star about rental scams, and I want to show you what are the red flags. Okay, what are the tactics that these scammers use, and I also want to show you how you can protect yourself as from these scams. Okay, so if you are a foreigner, please share this with your friends who are coming to Malaysia to rent. Okay, and if you are watching this video, you are coming to study, please share this with your parents. Okay, when they find the videos for you, accommodation for you to study in anywhere, please share this with your parents, students, if you are watching this. Okay, because this, from the report, right, from the complaints they receive, these foreigners and students are the two largest groups that get scammed. Okay, they fall for this scam. So let's just start the ball rolling. Let's take a look at this article from the Star. Real estate agents cry a foul after profiles misused by imposters to scam potential renters. This was published on Tuesday, 8th of October 2024. Okay, so I've put red box, the red flags. I'm going to share you one by one how it's done. Okay, a group of real estate agents cry for profile pictures misused by imposters. Beyond using profile pictures, their verification numbers on property sites, these scammers even collected rental deposits from unsuspecting victims. Okay, so before you actually rent a property, not anybody can actually do rental or property. It has to be a licensed agent. Okay, so what happens here is that the scammers, right, took their photos and their license number. Their license number is called a REN number, or REN number. Okay, it's on their name cards, it's on the property portal. Every advertising, the advertisement that is done need to be, when on the property portal, it needs to come with the agent's REN number. Okay, so property portals, right, property sites. Okay, property sites here, meaning actually these property sites are, you want to use these property sites, not everybody can use. You need to be a registered agent to register on a property site. So when you are registered on a property site, one agent, one REN number can only have one account, and you're not supposed to share. Okay, so I don't understand how these scammers can bypass that check. Okay, because the company is supposed to check the agent's registration. Once they get registered in the board of, I will mention who is the board. It's a regulator later in the video. But once they register in the board, then only they are allowed to register them to these property sites. I'm not going to mention the names. You know the property sites, the big property sites in Malaysia. For foreigners, my foreigner friends, you go to Google, right? You type property for rent in Malaysia, you will see these big sites that is paid. They are, we agents, right? We paid to use these sites. These are big property sites. Okay, so to use these sites, you need to be, as I mentioned earlier, registered first. So that means they need to see a registration in the board first, and then only they allow you to advertise. Okay, so these scammers even collected rental deposit from unsuspecting victims. Okay, so this is how it's done. So after paying the deposit, right, they didn't get the keys, and the agent actually went MIA, missing in action. These victims, right, they call the agency. They call the agency and say, hey, what happened to your agent? Why didn't actually pick up my call? Why didn't pass me the keys? Then once they check, then they realize, hey, this is actually an imposter. It's not the same person. Okay, they just use the name and the face and the property pictures to advertise. Then here he further explains that check on property site will find two accounts of the same agent, one being imposter. So earlier part here, there must be something of a slip of the system. I don't know how they get the loophole in. They got two accounts, so two people with the same face, okay, but different contact number. The contact number on the imposter's account also redirects to a private number with profile picture there being the same as legitimate agents. So when you contact them, right, these scammers, they will use the same profile picture as what on the property site, so to make you trust them. Okay, so when you contact them, you thought, this is the same picture as what I saw on the listing, then it should be okay. Then you unsuspectingly, you didn't suspect anything, you just go and deal with them. And then the next hook is here. Listed property prices in their account are also lower than market rates to attract clients. Okay. Again, this is an age-old trick. No matter what, everybody, no matter how many times I actually tell, I personally, also will fall for this trick in one way or another. Something that is so cheap, in the market, something that is so cheap, impossible they will go to be so good. Alright, if something is too good to be true, if something is too good to be true, it usually is a scam. Okay, it usually is a scam. Beware. Okay, beware. Do extra checks. I give you an example. So today, if you know that the rental for that place, if you check their listings on property on the condominium that you want to rent, example, let's just say fully furnished 3 bedrooms is 3,000. 3,000, everybody asking for 3,000. Suddenly you see that this one listing, fully furnished, but asking for 1,500 only. Of course, you will definitely want to inquire, right? Because that's cheap. But that is your first mistake. Okay? So, when you cheap, right, you go and contact the agent, this is what happened. He said the imposters even went to the extent of conducting viewing sessions for the victims and issued booking forms. The booking forms were also identical to the official one issued by the company. During the viewing, however, the agent will not show up. A so-called assistant, however, will carry out the viewing. We suspect they rented out the property through online travel agents, which allow them to access the property. So this is how the scam is done. How they get the photo. They go to these travel agent sites. I can tell you a lot of homestay sites and a lot of homestay like apps like Airbnb. You see the pictures beautiful, right? So these scammers, right? They might go to Airbnb. They rent the property. They take good photos, nice photos, and then they got a key, right? They of course got a key. Then they list it on these property sites. They know you're going to look. They find it. They list it on these property sites. Beautiful photos and the price very cheap. Okay, so they list it. Then after that, when you come for viewing, okay, this is one more trick. Actually, when you come for viewing, right, then the agent that you contact online and the agent that come is the person that you meet is two different person. Okay, they will say, okay lah, I'm the assistant. The person can't make it, is sick today, so I'll be the one showing you. Everything legit checks out. The person is holding the key and can show you the place. The person must be an agent, right? That's what you'll be thinking. Okay, so that's where they get to hook you in. Okay, that's also a red flag already. And then when you view at time, right, you definitely will be very excited because you're thinking that you're getting a good deal, 1,500, and then you met the agent, you even see the place. They so convincingly give you see the place. Okay, rental 3,000, but you rent at 1,500. Then the agent, right, the so-called scammer, one thing that they will do these scammers, right, they have many tactics. Some of them, they will do like another of their accomplice, right, will also come to view with you. So there'll be two people, you and his accomplice. Then the accomplice will play the part lah. They say, hey, I also interested to rent. Then together view. It make you have FOMO, FOMO, okay? Or, because the price is so cheap, they will just tell you, hey, I only got half an hour for you to see the place. Another half an hour, got another person come. Because cheap, so a lot of people will come and see one. So every half an hour got viewing. Then they will rush you. This one, 1,500, won't be here today one. Tomorrow you come, don't be here. Okay? So, one characteristics of a scam is that they always rush you. They always will rush you one. If you read a lot of scam news, of how the people got scammed, especially the banking scams or what LSDN scam, whatever scam it is, they will always try to rush the person, man. Because the reason they rush you is because they don't want to give you time to think or ask other people. They say, bang it now, you must bang it now, no, very fast one. Because the next person, very keen. Just now the person very keen one. But I reserve for you because since you come first, then the other person come later. I reserve for you now, so you can bang it now. Straight away give you an account number. And then everybody has internet banking now, right? So what you do? You bang in. Straight away on the account number you gave you can bang in. Okay? You bang in, then that's it for you. That's what they do. They rush you. Even banking scam also. You today, if you don't bank, you call you at 10 a.m. until 12. They say today by 12 o'clock you must bank in. I blacklist your name, blah blah blah. They are trying to rush you. And along the way, right, you will see that their accomplice, they will keep on contacting you, because they don't want you to have the time to start thinking. That's the tactic they do. This agent, when to close that deal, right, once they ever found the victim, right, this imposter will actually follow up very closely with this victim one, just to make sure this victim doesn't have time to think and then bank in. If can, it close on the spot also. Okay? So it gives the person will actually, let's just say you leave the place, right, the person will issue you a booking form. And then most of us, right, it's the first time seeing a booking form. Renting, first time seeing a booking form of real estate agency. We won't actually think so much. It's like, okay, ABC agency. Then after that, the booking form also write ABC agency. We just sign. That's all. Because the tenant's supposed to sign, then the landlord sign. Okay, so we sign. We sign and we bang in the money. Okay? So next one. Lee said the scammers will also collect a 3.5 month deposit up front, when the norm is that only 1 month advance rental is collected if the client agrees to the unit. The remainder is only usually paid when the unit is handed over. Okay. This is another red flag. Another red flag. When you want to rent a property, the normal procedure is to put 1 month deposit first. Let's just say the rent is 3,000, so you put 3,000 as a deposit. Okay. Then there's 2 months security deposit and half month utility bills, which 2.5 months. These 2.5 months, the day you come to get the keys, you're supposed to bank in first. You are supposed to balance the bank in first before the agent pass you the keys. Okay? And the tenancy agreement has to be signed on the spot. If not, there's no keys for you. That is the procedure. But these scammers, you see, they ask you straight away upfront, 3.5 months. Something is wrong already. Okay? They say everything settled, everything 3.5 months, you bank into the company, and you'll be thinking, this real estate agent, this form that I see is actually same with the name card. So you just bank in, because you don't know, but you didn't know that the form is actually a fake form. The company name can be real. The company name actually can just take from anywhere online. They can just fake it. But the company name, the booking form, the number, there's a code number one. All the booking forms, real estate agency, they must have a code number. That code number is the one that will be able to trace back to the agency. If that booking form is not generated by the agency, if you go and check, then they will say there's no such transaction because the code is not there. Okay? Then you know it's fake. You got scammed. Okay? So after they get the money, they will immediately block the client. Normal lah. That's why the client need to go and find the real estate agency using that same serial number on the form. Then you know that this transaction actually doesn't exist at all. So here, most of the scam victims are local and foreign students, he said. That's why at the start of my video, I said, if you are looking to rent, especially if you are foreigners, and if you are local students, local and foreign, please spread this video out and share and spread awareness. Okay? So I want to clarify something. when I talk about renting here, we are talking about renting a full unit. This is actually the procedure of renting a full unit. Okay, for rooms, right? For rooms is a bit different. Sometimes, right, the rooms the is done by the owners themselves. Okay, the owners themselves. That one, frankly speaking, easier to scam. Very hard to tell you because you also don't know who is the owner. Because owners, as far as I know, most of them they manage themselves. They find the tenant themselves. They actually check in, check out the tenant, everything themselves. Okay. So this one is done for a big unit, a whole unit, entire unit rental. And you see how many cases are they caught? 6,000 per case, approximately 10 cases. 60,000 gone. And this work can be done in just like what, a weekend? Why not just rent an Airbnb over the weekend or rent a homestay? Whoever they know running a homestay, whether it's Airbnb or whether it's some independent homestay operator, rent 60k man, 10 cases gone. Okay, so we go to the next one. Legal advisor James E say property sites should improve their procedures when it comes to agent wanting to upload property listings. Property sites, I'm not going to mention names, you all know which big property sites in Malaysia. These are paid property sites. As I mentioned earlier, we real estate agents need to pay them to use, so they should improve their procedures. They need to be more stringent with their process, meaning you need to register first and then you can upload. Okay. So MCA Public Bureau Chief Mr. Kok Wing Fai advised the public to verify legitimate agents prior to any dealings. He said this can be done through checking the Board of Valuers, okay, LPPH, agent identification number and registered contact number. Okay, so where should you go? Take down this website. Okay, all of you who wants to rent, take down this website. Rent a whole unit, please take down this website. I will leave this link in the description box also. Okay, the description box for you to check. But I would rather actually you go to Google, type LPPH. I think no, I think I'll just leave. I'll prefer that you actually go to Google, type LPPEH. For our foreigner friends, if you are outside the country, you can go to Google LPPEH Malaysia. Okay, I don't think I will leave this link in the description. You can just check it out. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Then you type the rent number. When the agent gave you business card, right, you can type the rent number. So when you type the rent number, what you will see is that the whole information, whether the rent number match the agent's name or not. Sometimes we might use an English name, okay, maybe Michael, but in birth name don't have Michael Tan, but birth name don't have my word Michael. So Tan something, and then there will be the rent number, and then there's also a registered contact number. This part, registered contact number, right? Frankly speaking, agents normally have two numbers one. So the number there may not be the same number as registered with the name on the name card. It's quite common. Okay. So how do you verify that this is the correct person you deal with? You make sure that the rent number matches the person. Okay. And for the red flag, the one that I mentioned, when the person say, "Oh, I'm the assistant," "Oh, the agent is sick, so I'm the assistant," I come and show you lah. I show you the unit. I've known real estate agents who are really powerful sales solo producer. They do have the assistant, okay, but by law, they are not supposed to allow the assistant to do this job because the assistant is not licensed. I know some of them who does it, and you as a consumer, right, has the right to actually reject. If they don't show you the identification, you have the right to reject. Okay. So agents, right, also we work closely with other agents also. So I'm a licensed agent, I'll work with a licensed agent. Meaning, if I'm not there for the showing, I might just be the tenant agent. So I bring the tenant go there. Then you as a tenant, you go and see, right? You go and see, then you go and see the listing agent. It's your right to ask the listing agent's ID. Okay, show the ID. Okay, this is how the rent tag looks like. Every year they change color one. 2024 is purple. Okay, next year I don't know what color. Once I renew, then I will know lah. But what a rent tag has, this one is like a IC. Is as like an IC to the agent. Okay, it's like your IC. So don't, you as a consumer, right? You go and see the property. You have the right to ask the agent to show the name card and also this rent tag. Okay, they are supposed to be wearing their rent tag at all times when they are working. If not, it's illegal for them to actually show. So what does the rent tag contain? Of course, the picture of the agent, the IC number, the firm name, and the name here, and the rent number. So you check whether the rent tag is matching with the business card. Then they'll tell you, oh, rent tag. Oh, I lost my rent tag. Oh, I already renew lah. The board didn't give me the rent tag yet. Oh, my rent number, I use my leader's number. Whatever excuse they can tell you, whatever, let me repeat, whatever grandmother, grandfather story or whatever excuse they can tell you, please just walk away. Walk away. It's not worth it. Okay? Once you go in that house, that's it for you. Walk away. Just tell them, no, I'm not going to deal with unlicensed agent, and walk away. Okay? So this is how the rent tag looks like. Okay, so let's recap the red flags that you see. Then the deal might be too good to be true and it might be a scam. Okay, the first one is the price lower than market. Remember, every one of us is after good deals, and the scammer knows how to play with it. They put a very, very good deal for you. Of course, you have to put a higher precaution. I'm not saying that all low price are scams, but I'm saying that you need to be very careful that this might be one. Okay, the second part is that the agent here that you deal with online, the agent, he or she didn't show up, then it's replaced by some assistant, somebody that they say, oh, it's my colleague. Okay, that is the second red flag. For this, right, what you can do is that you can ask the person to show you the credentials. Remember the checks that you do, the rent tax, the card, the business card. You can ask the person to show the credentials. If the person say any excuse cannot show the credentials, means the person is not a registered agent, and I will highly advise you to walk away. Don't need to even see the place. Okay, but if you do see the place, look out for this sign, this third sign. Usually, right, these scammers, they are very rushy and pushy, as I mentioned. So look out for this sign. They don't want to give you time to think. You might be leading into a trap. Okay. Third, the last one is the high upfront deposit. Again, the rental process in Malaysia is that 1 month booking. 1 month booking fees is the deposit. Meaning, if the rental is 3,000, you pay 3,000 first to book the place. You don't pay the whole 3.5 months, which is 1 month booking, 2 months security deposit, half month utility bills. You do not pay it upfront. Okay, remember, just 1 month. So the scammers is a red flag, right? If someone actually requires you to pay very high upfront fees, upfront deposit, because that most likely the person can just run away. Okay, so that's all for me for today. I hope that this video has given you some tips and tricks to look out for, especially when it comes to rental. To you, this is for you actually, students, whether you are local or foreigner. But I hope you spread the word. This is Kenny here from Property Stories, and I'll see you again next video. Bye bye.